Many years before now, the wisest of men were not philosophers, they were not professors, they were not religious men, they were not even scientists or traditional doctors, even though most of them didn't exist back then. Many years ago, the wisest of men were children of angels. And the culprit are in two classes. One were falling angels who fell out of God's love, the other were angels up there, who saw the beauty of women down here, and wanted to have a relationship with them. You see, these two classes of angels fell in love with the beauty they saw on earth and wanted to have women of their own. And even though eventually God punished them for this, they passed their knowledge to their children who became men of renown. Some were giants, some were monsters, some were deformed, but all were very wise, with knowledge that was not of this world. They had supernatural power that gave them knowledge of things in the future. However, because of their physical properties, eventually, gradually, they died, and then many were forgotten, but not all of them. Some lived on, because they had their parents with them who were falling angels, and had nowhere to go. So these offspring over the years hid themselves amongst us, around us, but away from us. They even had more children who became masters science, yet masters of disguise and invisibility. These also were wise, and could see the wisdom of the future, and these was their single most important bargaining chip. Eventually, as time went on, there was Noah, then there was Abraham, and King David, and so on till the prophecy was fulfilled in the person of Jesus Christ. But somewhere in between, there was a flood where everything was lost, but a few, and yet, a few. A man named Noah and a handful of people remain, but the falling angels were still around, and they intensified on the knowledge they had gained from breeding with women. These lead to abductions, to scientific procedures, to bestiality, and many more. All for one goal, to maintain their offsprings. However, most people in then days followed the Christian way and other religions that preach righteousness. But they were others who searched for a God they could command. A God who gave them magical advanced knowledge, a God of worldly things, a God who didn't care about righteousness. So enveloped by greed and worldliness, they practice wizardry, sorcery, and many other dark spiritual practices, for power, fame, and riches. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, other times they lied about the results, but unknown to them they were being watched. Watched by these falling angels and their children, who were waiting for an opportunity to reveal themselves, once more. So in kingdoms where righteousness were not practiced, especially where they can hide in and be cherished, they went in, and with the aid the kings, who were greedy for power and riches, they did wonders which are still unexplainable even till this very day. Egypt was one amongst many of those kingdoms. And so they build all sort of machines with strange wisdom, they build pyramid and they preserve their dead. But most importantly, the kings had secret gods which they idolized. That was many years ago, but as time went on, these offsprings from falling angels continued to devise various means to hide themselves whilst they found alliance with men in exchange for riches, power and fame. They formed secret society, they formed secret government organizations, and religious organizations with hidden agendas, whilst they slowly put in our minds the love for bestiality and profanity through trendy songs, movies and cartoons. But most of all, they pushed for the interest of their fathers, the falling angels, how and when to be reveled. So over the years they have devised as a means to be accepted, they have called themselves aliens. And over the years they have prepared us for the inevitable, the time they will reveal themselves. But to prepare us to accept these beasts they have been doing their homework. They have been sightings after sightings of aliens, of unidentified flying objects, of strange radio transmission from space, etc. They have also been sighting in other planets that seems humans have been there before. But the truth, however, is that these offsprings have been everywhere, in the moon, to other planets, on Earth, under the Earth, and even in the water bodies. The truth, however, is that these aliens are ancient residents and advanced spiritual forces, hiding behind the clouds. They are here already and have always been, but beneath them these strange beings are merely sons of the devil. Eventually they will reveal themselves, because that is the ultimate objective. They might be called aliens or whatever name they devise, but these monsters would be accepted, loved, and even worshipped. And yes, in exchange they will do wonders, and in their wisdom they would solve all the problems of mankind in exchange for more worship. Let the one who has knowledge read between the lines. Because when you see everything working and you don't know how, it means the end is near, even at the door.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please encourage me by hitting the like and subscribe button, so that you'll be the first to know when I drop something new. It will also be nice to hear from you on the comments section of this channel.